What's going on, guys? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to update you guys with a daily tip once and for all. So I got a question from Ellie the other day about what's better, spelt bread versus wheat bread versus sourdough versus whole grain. And it's a really good question because I know a lot of people, we hear about how good spelt bread or whole wheat and you should avoid sourdough. But here's the truth. What matters most is what you eat it with. So when you have bread, whether it be white bread, whether it be whole wheat, whether it be spelt, it gets slowed down in the stomach more when you have it with different food. So a lot of you have sourdough on salmon, and that is perfectly fine. That's actually very, very beneficial because your body will take longer to digest that food and it won't shoot your blood sugar up. So if you're going to have any type of bread, just make sure you have it with something else, and that will lower the GI, which is the glycemic index. Now, let's talk about the benefits, the differences. With the differences, there's actually not too much. What matters most is how refined it is. So if you're going to have a sourdough bread, make sure it's from the bakery, make sure it's good quality. The worst thing you can do is go and get bread from a store that's already pre-bought, it's already pre-made, because it's full of vegetable oils, which are not good for you, preservatives, and sugar. So in order to avoid that, make sure you buy whatever bread you're going to have from a local bakery that's baked fresh on the day, so it's not full of all those oils and all that crap. Now, let's talk about protein versus carbs versus fats in the breads. They are all roughly the same. 1 to 2 grams difference between protein, carbs and fats, and there's not that much of a difference. Vitamins and minerals, spelt bread has a little bit more of minerals, but not much. So if you enjoy sourdough more than whole grain or more than spelt, have your sourdough, but make sure you're having it with some other type of food, healthy proteins and fats to slow down the digestion. If you want to make sure your bread is the best quality, you actually want to look at sprouted bread. So it doesn't matter whether it be whole wheat, sourdough, spelt, there's not that much of a difference. If it's sprouted, then that is what's going to make it the best quality. So I hope that answered your question, Ellie. If you like the sourdough, stick with sourdough. If you like the spelt, have the spelt. If you like the whole wheat, stick with the whole wheat. They all contain gluten. Gluten is not bad for you. They all contain roughly the same amount of calories, protein, and fats, and they're all good for you as long as you have them in moderation and have them in your portion sizes. Alright guys, any other questions? Send them through.